Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So our group will present about the Big Wet Spring Water Company, and then our group consists of myself, I'm Kelly, and then we have me, or you can say Sally, and then we have Anne, you can say Simon. So this is who is in charge in our presentation, and then our group will define all the tasks. Then the first task will be explained by me. Then the second task I will do it. Then the last task will be done by Simon. So this is the introduction of the Big Wet Spring Water Company. So first, Steven stepped up as a CEO of the company, which they feel the company has a fairly low sales, and then Steven stepped up to actually implement the aggressive business plan from the CSR project to the Big Wet company. Then, actually the sales exceeding the capacity. There comes the few issues that we are addressing and we are facing to explain to you all. So the first task will be explained further by Sally.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. And now I will present the next part. I will provide all of you outline about the risk exposure to Big Wet company, and then I will develop a plan to meet the increased demand of spring water. Firstly, in Big Wet company, there are four main risk exposure. The first risk is the pressure on water source. This risk is come from the growth in sales of the company and combined with the degree rainfall in West Australia. And the second exposure is come from when the company use the spring water supply from the backup source, and it can raise the cost of the company. And another issue is come from the water taste. The reason of this issue is come from the growth in cell coupled with the discrete rainfall, and moreover the blending of the water can cause a chemical reaction, and this can result in the change of water taste. And the third risk exposure is the risk about the licensing issue. The license issue is Big Wet company apply for water license and for the increase in the water supply, but the council rejected this application, and because the perception of community that Big Wet company is use more than their share of water, and this can depleting the local water source. And another reason is community a fear of communities that the utilizing of water resource of Big Wet can cause many negative consequences, such as the impact on the environment. And the final risk is the risk of neighbor and pollution issue. Because of neighboring residents, they complain that because of increased truck traffic and their supply water source will be diminished. And then I will, after defining the risk exposure, I will give you some plan to tackle this issue. And about the plan 1, our group will subject this Big Wet company to improve and develop their water source. There are some ways to do this task. For example, company can devise a new strategy of water supply. For example, they can use water reserve or desalination, or they can use the model of aquifer store and recovery, or ASR. And this table illustrates that many companies in the world will successful with ASR system. Moreover, company can seek the other resource from other place to top up their water supply. Another solution is it is needed to company to have a reserve water source plan in the rain season to preserve water for the dry season. And furthermore, company can use recycling wastewater. And finally, big wet company can reduce the amount of water per liter of product by using a more efficient system. About plan to build a company to reduce cost and solving water taste issue. To do this start, company actually can reduce the transport cost to company can seeking the third operator with cheapest cost to reduce the transport cost while company use the backup resource. And then regarding to the water taste issue, company can insert processing of recirculation in the backup resource to reduce the taste of water. And the final solution is actually company can develop a new product line by labeling for product from backup source, and this to do this task, company can conduct market survey and can devise a high price strategy to the high demand product and low price strategy to the other product. Next, I will pass to Kelly to develop a plan to turn the negative attitude of pollution, neighbor, resident, and farmer.
So thank you, Sally, for the time, and I will next develop an action plan to how to turn the negative attitude of the stakeholders, especially on politicians, neighbors, and also the farmers. So this is the key issue that they are facing after the big wet company actually increased their sales. On the politicians' side, they are concerned about the constraint issue of overutilizing the water sources. And they also receive complaints from neighboring orchards and also neighboring residents about the big water company. And then from the neighbor residents' side, they feel that there is an increase in truck traffic that will disturb their daily activities. And they ask the politicians or their local governments to actually stop taking the water from the source altogether. So they also face the water taste issue that has been explained by Sally before. And then the farmers feel that the water supply has been diminished, so they cannot do their job properly because the big wet company keep taking the water from their sources. So how these issues affected their attitudes? Because of the negative perspective of the stakeholders due to this issue, they lead to the negative attitudes of the stakeholders. So the negative perspective of the stakeholders will actually lead to the negative attitudes of the stakeholders because they feel that the key issue they have faced, it becomes a negative perspective from their sides. But fortunately, we can change the attitude of the stakeholders. Attitude is very negotiable, so I came up with this plan. So to engage a better communication with the stakeholders, we can improve the CSR policy, and also to move from the peripheral to central processing. Peripheral refers to the processing that they only think about the Q idea or the rough idea. They don't see the message directly like on the central processing. So we can actually give a better attitude for them through the advertising and campaign. So I will explain, like, first one is on the politician side. We can communicate with politicians on the main issue so they can have a better understanding. So we can also take it objectively rather than subjectively. And then the second one is to be transparent and inform regularly about our companies about the water utilization, so they can have a better understanding about the water utilization. The next one is from the farmers' view. We can actually consult and communicate with the farmers as well about the main issue, because I feel that communicate and consult is the way to engage the stakeholders to have a better attitude. So then we can give them another source of water supply because they feel that the water supply is diminishing. We can actually give them like from groundwater or desalination water and another sources of water that will be explained further in the task 3. So lastly is from the neighbors' point of view. We can also consult and communicate openly with the communities about the issue so they can have a better understanding, as well as we can take all the suggestions objectively rather than subjectively. So all the solutions will be very objective rather than very subjective. And then we can also give them advertising and campaign about the desalination water, and then we can give them free water at first to try, and then it is to reduce the water pace issue as well. So lastly, we should have the particular timing for truck movements. For example, we can actually have the truck movement at midnight, so it will be less jam and then it will be less disturbing for the daily activities of the neighbors. Thank you. I will pass our third task to Simon.
Okay, thanks Kelly for your presentation, and also thanks Sally for your presentation. And now I will present to you how we design and provide schedule to implement our strategic plan to deal with the issues presented to you previously, now and in the future as well. So firstly, I will demonstrate to you how the importance is to thinking like beforehand, to plan beforehand. So Common and his colleagues has stated out that strategic thinking and planning will lead to higher payoff result, and that's why it's better for us to be well prepared before jump into process a new strategic plan. So firstly, I will sum it up our strategic plan. To meet the demand of water, we firstly will introduce a new product line. We will commit ourselves in the ASR program. We also use backup source when necessary. To change the negative attitude of our stakeholder, we firstly, through the political issue, we can inform them constantly. To the neighbor resident, we will operate our trucks more timely and advertising and campaign. To get the better relationship with our farmer, we will help them with providing another source of water. So this is our schedule. It's running from the top to the bottom. The more one in the top, it means the more priority it is. So firstly, we need to do something about our transport first. So we will do the night operation, and we also ask the third party to follow our code of conduct through implementing new policies. With our government, we try to implement a new code of conduct that requires the staff to timely inform government of water utilization. For the marketing side, we're gonna be marketing and campaign to advertise a new source of water supply as well as our new product line. With the ASR program, we're gonna work with the government to build the new ASR system. and which use us to bargain for the license. This ASR system is quite special, as like we can use it not just like as a new supply source for our company to operate, but it can be used to bargain so that we can get a new license from the government. And if we can get a new license from the government, which means that we have better off. This can be to our like situational stimulation. Okay, and you can see here there's a plan A and there's plan B. So what is plan A, plan B? Plan A is just like we don't do anything. We just use backup resource when necessary, and you can see the cost is quite high and it's just skyrockets through the years. But if we have plan A go through, we mean we can bargain the government to get the new license. We can see that cost cutting is quite significant. Okay, so this is our structural organization. So we have the COOs at the top and the dashing manager. We have CSR manager just down below him. It's very special in our organization because we believe that if we put the CSR manager above other managers here, we can make sure that our company is very CSR-wise company. And CSR managers in charge of implementing new policies, code of conduct, and monitor and make sure that they follow. The operating manager is monitoring the day-to-day activity. In this case, he in charge of current product line, the new product line in the future, as well as make attention if surplus source of water from backup plant is needed. He also needs to monitor and in charge of maintaining the relationship with the government body. He's third in charge of bargaining agreement for the new license. The marketing managers in charge of advertising campaign and ensure the CSR-wide campaign to support the alternative water supply and encourage how to use that successful. He also responsible for marketing new products like when they come out. So the strategic planning managers in charge of strategic issue, and he is responsible to develop a set new strategy including plan to match the demand of water and enhancing the CSR-wise emerging company like the ASR, new product line and new code conduct. He also responsible to like inform and advise the CSO, the decision maker, whether they going to introduce new plan of strategies or they going to adopt the strategy, some strategy. Slide. Bucketing. So I'm going to introduce now how do we want to bucket our current strategy. So the new code of conduct will increase operators of around 1%. Now 1% seems to be a little bit, but consider the size of our companies and also the size of its operation cost. It's actually quite a lot. And this comes from the premium for the night job operating, the cost of monitoring, as well as cost to inform government timely. The new advertising and campaign of at least 500,000 US Australian dollar in the first year, and followed up by 200,000 the next year. This will make sure that our campaign going to have very big impact in the first year, and then it continue produce result after. So I mentioned we have the plan A and plan B. The plan A requires inserting new UV recirculation, which from 2 to 5 gallons per minute cost of 230 Aussie dollar. Now you can see it's only from 2 to 5 gallons per minute, and it doesn't suffice for our life plan. That means for this we're gonna invest something like 100,000 to make sure that we match our demand. If plan B work, the cost cut until the 2017 is 589,000. It will illustrate in the previous situational stimulation. Now thus, the contribution to the ASA project to the government from us can be around 1 million, and the cost cutting can be communicated in the future. If not, the company is still willing to contribute 500,000 to the program to make sure that our companies will receive the emerging of very good CSR-wide companies, as well as we have another source of water. And you can see here, right? The cost of other ASR project in other countries is quite high and vary from country to country and from the place to place. But for our situation, we have the 4 aquifers currently in our region. So it means we can just spend around 5 million combined from our companies as well from government, and we still have able to supply a very high water resource per day. So here's our reference list and just some comments our presentation.
We are from TheEthical.
Thank you.